12 p.m. and I'm Sandy Hyman, your anchor.
And I'm Bernie Ward, your coworker.
Informing you terrible news regarding our Japanese Americans. As we all know, the attack on Pearl Harbor left everyone shaken in fear. On December 7th, Japanese surprised the U.S. unexpectedly. Because of this event, the government required all Japanese Americans to be placed in internment camps. President Roosevelt felt this was necessary for the national security to avoid the threat of spying. Americans everywhere worried citizens of Japanese ancestry would be a danger. They wouldn't want another tragedy to occur. 110,000 Japanese were forcefully uprooted from their homes, selling all their assets within 48 hours, collecting whatever profit they could make. Assets sold at half of what they were worth. Many Japanese Americans were held in alternate centers. While camps were being finished, 2/3 Japanese were born in the U.S., most of which never traveled to Japan. Even World War I Japanese Americans were forced to evacuate and leave the camps.
Most Japanese Americans followed the executive order, showing their loyalty to our government. Regardless of the fact that they were being treated like animals, families were also upset by this affair. Families were only allowed to carry a certain amount of luggage to the intern camps. The camps were surrounded by barbed wire, only 3 families per room. A few Americans were against the national policy towards Japanese Americans. There were 3 court cases that wanted to change the location of Japanese Americans. The Supreme Court stated residents having ethnic affiliations with the invading enemy may be a greater source of danger than those of different ancestry. It was really cruel and harsh to pack and evacuate in 48 hours was an impossibility. Seeing mothers completely bewildered with children crying from want and peddlers taking advantage of offering prices next to the robbery made them feel like murdering those responsible without the slightest compunction in my heart. Joseph Yokoshi Kurihari, speaking of the Terminal Island evacuation.
I'm a man on fire, walking through your street with one guitar and 2 dancing feet. Only one desire that's left in me, on the whole damn world to come dance with me. Oh, come dance with me. Over murder and pain, come set you free. Over heartache and shame, I wanna see your bodies burning like old big sun. I wanna know what we've been learning and learning from. Everybody wants safety.
And we are here with Yoshi-kan. She just got out of the internment camps, and we're going to ask her how it was. How big are the rooms and how many to each room?
The rooms were 20 by 25 feet long, and there were about 3 families to each room.
How long did it give you to move out? Were you able to take all your belongings?
They gave us about 48 hours to move out. In that little time, we had to sell most of our belongings, and we could only take what we could carry.
What were the camps like?
The camps were horrible. I felt like an animal. We were being blamed for something none of us did.
Did some people try to escape? If so, what would happen to them?
Well, if they would try to escape, they would get shot by all of the guards watching.
Were you guys fed in the internment camps?
Yes, they did feed us, and the food was mass-produced from the army-style grubs. It was nasty.
Before you were sent to the camp, did you expect to go through the things you went through?
I honestly didn't know we were going to go through all of that, or this. This feels nothing like home.
Morning, American. Fellow Americans. I am Stephanie Navarro, your anchor.
Fellow Americans.
Americans, I'm Sandy Hyman, your anchor.
And I'm Bernie.